Good morning, happy Tuesday, and welcome to another edition of the Eagles Nest Coaches Show, the Homecoming Week edition. I'm your host, Graham Hefner, along with my partner, John Kosader. Coach Carroll, good win last week over Fredrica. What are some positive and negative takeaways from last Friday's game?
Yeah, another exciting game, another physical game. It was exciting for the fans and the student body. We were at home. It wasn't too exciting at the beginning for the coaches, but there at the end, we found a way to win and getting back home and being back here, making and showing our Eagle pride. And we came back the second half and won the ball game.
Speaking of Eagle Pride, we got a big one this Friday night against Brookstone, so we're going to need all your support. Coach, can you describe your 4 players of the week this week?
Yeah, we got Offensive Player of the Week, again, Tyler Stevens, our running back. He had 24 rushes for 203 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 2-point conversion. And the biggest thing I was proud of him is the fact that he came on defense too and had a huge interception there at the end of the game, which kind of, boom, just went ahead and kind of put the hammer on the nail, if you know what I mean, for us to win the ball game. Defensively, we got Aaron Jefferson. This is his first time. He's a freshman. He's playing middle linebacker. He had 9 solo tackles. He had 7 assists and 1 TFL. Was very proud how Aaron has been playing. He's getting better and better. Early in the year, he was injured. He's still injured a little bit with his thumb. We had to have a cast, so we did get him the ball the other night too, running the football. So he had a great game. We got another Offensive Player of the Week. We didn't have a Special Teams Player of the Week this week, but we did have another Offensive Player of the Week, George Dunn. He played receiver and defensive back for us, but he got Offensive Player of the Week with it. He had 4 receptions for 79 yards. He made some big catches. I know we had some injuries at the wide receiver area, and he ended up stepping up and making some big plays for us. Got a new person too, John Henry Causey. He was Lineman of the Week. John Henry actually comes in when we go to Big T or I formation. He plays like a tight end. And, there, the second half, we decided to kind of put Fredrica in a phone booth and see if they really wanted to play football and play physical. And John Henry come out and did a great job for us Friday night. And we were running behind him quite a bit. And these guys right here, every one of them were players of the week for us.
So, Aaron, we're going to start off with you. And, I'm the PA announcer over there, and it's like I have a spotter, and it's like tackle by 8, tackle by 8, tackle by 8. I'm like, it's like you were in on every play. When you were out there, is that kind of, did you get in like a groove and just feel like you could get to every play?
Yes, sir. I pretty much, I tried to do my best, to run to the football. I tried to run to the football every play, try to make every play to, get out on defense so our offense can go score the ball.
And then at the end, all of a sudden I'm calling number 8 running the football. Don't know if you've ran much this year, probably because of the injury, but so in the future, are you a middle linebacker or are you a running back? Which do you enjoy the most?
I really enjoy both because, I love to hit and I love to run the ball, get my teammates in a good position to score the football. And I also like to play defense, to get stops so we can win the ball game.
John Henry, as an O-lineman and coming in for certain packages, how satisfying is it to blow those guys off the ball for these 2 to run behind you?
It's just like really fun to see like Tyler score off of like my butt. He just runs off the side of us, just getting to the second level, blocking them, and then just like makes holes for the teammates to score the ball. It's just really fun to see.
You're also a very tall individual, so how do you use that to your advantage on the football field?
Well, it can be an advantage and a disadvantage. Usually the low man wins, so you gotta like work on your pad level if you want to win. So you just you need to get to the second level, but you gotta stay low to get them off the ball faster, and that's kind of what just helps really.
So Tyler, I see you more than I see my wife right now. It's just like that. I see you every Tuesday. So I was kind of keeping track of your yardage up there, and I counted somewhere in the mid-30s in the first half. Thought they did a really good job on you. What was the? I mean, it was like 170 in the second half. What happened at halftime?
Really what it was, I think we had to lock in the second half, because first half we didn't come to play at all. We wasn't like locked in from the start of the game. So second half, I think we got more physical. We came out in I and Big T, and we powered the ball down their throat.
Yeah, I could kind of tell that. I was talking to you before, and it's like after the first carry, I just felt like it was a different football team out there. Now, homecoming, lots of distractions, but when it comes down to it, there's a big football game coming Friday night. This is your last homecoming. You're going to have a huge crowd. How does the crowd help you guys during the game?
We got a very good student section. They make a lot of noise when we on defense and the other team on offense, and it gets them nervous. You know what I mean? And I just think that's a good advantage.
Yeah.
George, was it in the game plan with Dexter and Coach Carroll to be aggressive after running the ball pretty well, take some deep shots against Fredrica?
Yeah, usually, their safety wasn't doing very good at his job out there. So Coach Copeland saw that we had to take chances in the deep down the field, and it turned out to be pretty good for us.
It seems that you've been it seemed that with the Jet being on the shelf for last game that you needed to step up and make a couple more big catches that normally maybe that he would make. So how satisfying was that to be able to step up in a time of need with him being hurt?
It was pretty satisfying. We needed somebody to make a big play for us and get us down the field, and I was happy to do it. It was fun.
So Coach Carroll, I know you've been through a lot of homecomings. I've always heard from coaches that week is a difficult week because maybe some of the kids aren't really focused. How do you maintain that focus this week?
I'm kind of simple on those things. I mean, I tell the guys, hey, first of all, everybody here on campus is going to have fun with the homecoming. You need to do it too. You need to experience all the pep rallies and this and that. But when it comes down to it on Friday, your main job is to win the football game. So when, practice-wise, you practice, and then after that, you might have the powder puff game, you might have this, you might have that, but enjoy homecoming. And then, too, know that we've had the #1 team in the state coming to our house, and we've got to play them on Friday night.
And it's Brookstone. And Brookstone, they have some quality wins. You guys do too. They beat FPD. What do you see coming in this weekend?
I'm pretty familiar with Brookstone. I think some of us on this panel are too. We played them twice last year. It was just basically about the same score. I think they won by 5 or 6. I'm from that area. I still know a lot of folks in that area as far as their kids are playing at Brookstone now. They got a great football team. They're very explosive on offense, very explosive. They got a couple new kids that have come in. They've got a new coach also. They're about 75 to 80% passing, so they're going to try to get you out in space, and we've got to do a dang good job of tackling in space and keeping everything in front. They're a big play team. They won't throw the ball deep, so we've got to make sure we keep everything in front. Defensively, they're still a 3-4 defense. They've got some guys that are back as far as in the interior, as far as some linebackers that are pretty dang good. They run around, they like to strike people. It's going to be a great game, great atmosphere. We've got 1 versus 3 in the standings and the rankings. It's time for us to take that next step. We was here last year, we were at 4-0, and we took that road trip over to Brookstone to get to 5-0, and we didn't get there. So this is our next step that we have to take as a football team.
Coach Carroll said it best. #1 versus #3, both are 4-0. We're gonna need all the support we can from the Grady bunch and from everybody else in the Stratford faithful, alumni, and everything. And with that being said, I'll end it off with this: 1, 2, 3, Eagle
Pride.